The Trump administration is at it again. This time their target is the Veterans Administration, or VA. A leaked memo from early March 2025 reveals a plan to slash over 80,000 VA jobs. This would take the agency back to its 2019 staffing levels. Preparations for this massive reorganization are set to begin in August 2025. This move is part of a broader initiative championed by President Trump and Elon Musk. They call it DOGE, and it aims to shrink the federal government dramatically. This isn't the first time Trump has set his sights on the VA. In early 2025, he floated the idea of abolishing the agency altogether. His plan involved privatizing veterans' health care and slashing the VA budget by 30% over 5 years. This proposal faced immediate backlash from veterans groups and much of the public. Still, the administration seems determined to leave its mark on the VA for better or worse. The White House argues that these drastic cuts are necessary to streamline the VA and make it more efficient. They claim that a bloated bureaucracy is hindering the agency's ability to serve veterans effectively. Trump and his allies point to the DOGE initiative as a model for their approach. They believe that by cutting government jobs and reducing its size, they can unleash economic growth and improve services. However, critics argue that these cuts will have the opposite effect. They fear that reducing the VA workforce will lead to longer wait times, reduced services, and increased difficulty for veterans navigating the system. These concerns are amplified by the recent passage of the PACT Act in 2022. This act significantly expanded VA healthcare eligibility to include veterans exposed to toxic burn pits. Opponents of the cuts argue that now is the time to invest in the VA, not dismantle it. They worry that the administration's actions will leave the agency ill-equipped to handle the influx of veterans newly eligible for care. Veterans groups have been vocal in their opposition to the proposed cuts. Organizations like the Wounded Warrior Project warn that the layoffs could have devastating consequences for veterans relying on the VA for healthcare. They fear that the resulting confusion and frustration might deter veterans from seeking the care they need. Brent Reifer, a spokesperson for the Wounded Warrior Project, expressed deep concern, stating, "Cutting 80,000 jobs from the VA is a recipe for disaster. It will overwhelm the system, leading to longer wait times and potentially putting veterans' lives at risk." VA Secretary Doug Collins has attempted to quell these fears, assuring the public that the layoffs will not impact the quality of care veterans receive. However, his words ring hollow for many who have experienced firsthand the challenges of navigating the VA system. The proposed cuts have left veterans feeling anxious and uncertain about the future of their health care. The Trump administration's plans for the VA have ignited a firestorm of controversy. Democrats have slammed the proposed cuts as a heartless attack on veterans. They accuse the president of prioritizing his political agenda over the well-being of those who have served their country. Republicans too have expressed concerns. Some worry that the cuts are too drastic and could harm veterans' access to care. Others are frustrated by the lack of consultation with Congress. Senator Lindsey Graham publicly criticized the VA, stating, "This administration needs to understand that they cannot make decisions of this magnitude without consulting Congress." Representative Mike Bost echoed these concerns, emphasizing the potential impact on service delivery, particularly following the PACT Act's implementation. The firing of VA Inspector General Michael Missal in early 2025 only added fuel to the fire. Missal, who was investigating allegations of wrongdoing within the VA, was dismissed as part of a broader purge of independent oversight officials by President Trump. His firing raised concerns about accountability and transparency within the agency. Missal is currently challenging his dismissal in court.